Hey everybody, we are Martin, Robert, and Francis, and this is Snakes and Otters, a pointless discussion of eternal questions. Get ready, we're about to live in your head rent-free. Welcome to the Snakes and Otters podcast, and thanks for checking us out. As the tagline says, this is a pointless discussion of eternal questions. I'm Martin.
And I'm Robert.
And I'm Francis.
We're excited to introduce a fresh podcast to you. We are calling this Episode 0. We're taking a few minutes to tell everyone who we are, what we're all about, and why it's cool and different.
So, Snakes and Otters is really about three of us, three longtime friends, some 35 years for the three of us. And we've had tons of discussions over the years, just about all kinds of different things. Historical, philosophical, cultural, ethical subjects, religious, sometimes just plain silly. And we always said that these are great discussions. It's too bad everyone can't listen. Well, now you can. Each of us brings knowledge and experience on lots of different subjects. But whenever we get to talking, it's fun, it's thoughtful, and we think it's always interesting. And that's what we try to bring you every week.
Most podcasts out there are usually about one person talking, or perhaps it's about someone interviewing someone else on a particular subject. We found that the art of discussion, conversation, the exploration of a subject, for example, it's hardly being done at all. And with our three voices all put together, we aim to fix that.
But first, we figured we ought to tell you about that name. We wanted something unique that we could brand as our own, so we decided to adapt a homemade corruption of a phrase from the Ridley Scott classic Gladiator. In that movie, we all love it, the Roman officers all say to one another the greeting, strength and honor. And after we first saw the movie, the three of us began to greet each other in the same manner.
And then when my middle daughter, who was something like 3 years old at the time, tried to say strength and honor to us, it sounded like Snakes and Otters. And so, our podcast Snakes and Otters was born.
All three of us kind of came up with different pieces of all of this, and just like Monty Python, whom we all love, was greater than the sum of its members, so Snakes and Otters is the same. We're all three executive producers and writers of the show, but we each all bring different talents and viewpoints to it.
So I'm Martin, and I'm the guy who first got serious about actually doing this. I like to put forward a contrarian premise or position and see where the guys take it. I'm the heathen, the pot stirrer. I bring humor and love to illustrate with metaphor, like saying Archduke Franz Ferdinand is like the briefcase in Pulp Fiction. We've also got a good knack for circling us back when we wander.
And I'm Francis, and I'm the data guy. I go deep with all the details. I'm usually the anvil where the ideas kind of get tested. I'm also the enthusiasm guy with a naturally questioning nature, and I'm very good at phraseology and those $10 words.
And I'm Robert, and I try to bring a steady mind, some logic, concrete principles especially. I think I have a talent for turning our talks toward those eternal questions, those eternal principles that we like to talk about. And I'm the hammer to Francis's anvil.
So Snakes and Otters is about ideas and questions. Eternal questions, as you can tell from the tagline. Every episode we tackle a subject that we've come up with, usually spurred by what we read, and we like to explore what is good, noble, or worthy about it.
We're always looking for the good, that which is universal and principled, what's true.
We consider ourselves imaginauts, that is, folks who look to explore the human spirit and condition and how we can always be better.
We are questioners, contrarians, and unrepentant cultural critics.
We look for ideals and ideas, not causes. In fact, we're pretty much against the idea of causes. They're suspect, they're potentially manipulative, and they're worth questioning always.
We're all for the idea that there is objective truth out there, and that objective truth is valuable for all people.
We oppose the idea of relativism, and we champion the value of each and every human person.
We love to find out new stuff. We like to learn. We aren't afraid to call someone's ideas silly when we see them as such. We're constantly observing sometimes that the emperor truly has no clothes.
We also love history passionately, and we love those what-if questions. How could we have been, or how could we have become better through something that has happened, or might have happened?
We love philosophy and the search for wisdom, and we're all about understanding ourselves and our place in the universe.
We also love pop culture. We know our best selves can be found within it if we look hard enough, and we love to tease that to the surface.
We're also comic book guys, Star Trek fans, science fiction aficionados, and lovers of great guy movies.
We're lovers of language. Francis's $10 words, my metaphors. Robert's always finding the right way to express our ideals, and we believe in the power of words.
We love books, great thinkers. We love inspirational quotes and words to live by.
We also believe in heroes, and we believe in putting them forth, those great models, whenever we can find them.
We love individuality, honor, nobility, principle, dignity, respect, and we believe we can find them all over if we just explore.
We also believe in relationships. They're the founding principle of the human experience. For us, history is not just about dates and events. It's a record of human relationships and the decision-making and what's influencing those decisions.
We love characters. We love those larger-than-life folks, both fictional and not.
We love good stories, and we love analyzing what makes them good and worthy.
We also love bourbon, too. In every episode, we try to feature a different kind of bourbon, a different brand of this warm and wonderful and thoroughly and uniquely American and Kentucky creation. It is the liquid fuel which drives our discussions.
And finally, we love humor, good humor, and fraternal silliness. That's one of our hallmarks. Because discussing eternal questions should always be, first and foremost, fun. So do these things sound interesting to you? Check us out as we explore the human adventure week after week. And please tell your friends.
We promise some fun and some deep thinking. And what could be better than that?
So thanks for being with us here every week at Snakes and Otters. New episodes every Friday. Be sure to spread the word on your own social media accounts and follow us and retweet us. Find us on Twitter at Snakes and Otters.
And when you share our messages and our podcasts on your social media, let them know that they can find us on Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. Just search Snakes and Otters to listen.
And you can always send us an email at snakesandotterspodcast@gmail.com.
I'm Martin.
And I'm Robert.
And I'm Francis. Thanks for joining us.
This has been Snakes and Otters. Thanks for letting us into your head. We plan to live there rent-free for a long, long time.